Dreams. W. Park and Forgetting My Cloth Face Mask. By John Jr. July 27, 2020, 11:58 p.m. No comments. Image source, Wikimedia Commons. This dream took place at a fictional version of W. Park in the city of D, and some of my brothers and I went there late in the afternoon or early in the evening to maybe camp out overnight. My brothers and I walked around the park first looking for a good spot to camp. We found a fictional area across from where the tank should be, and then I remember a woman with light color skin who was near the walking trail talking to me. We possibly walked and talked until later when another woman started talking with me. I then possibly talked with the previous woman again, and after that I went inside a fictional multipurpose building that was further to the left back behind where the tank should be. I walked through the building, which was divided into several different sections, with 2 sections having some of my co-workers and some of my former classmates in them inside 2 different restaurants and possibly a sitting area connected to it, and I probably briefly talked with some of my co-workers and former classmates as I walked around the building. At some point there was a young woman with light color skin with long blonde hair who happened to be walking to a room that I was also walking to. The room was a small windowless rectangular room that was crowded with people waiting in 3-6 lines, and the young woman and I were waiting in the same line. Most of us sat on the floor as we waited. I have no idea what we were waiting on, and some of the young woman's friends showed up to talk to her. Her friends seemed like troublemakers, who were not really her friends, and they dressed and acted and looked like the stereotype of people who try to be outsiders clashing with the mainstream, etc. just because. The room was so crowded that the person behind me was probably almost touching me, if not touching me, with their feet. I was tired of waiting, and I wanted to get some food, and so I left the room carefully, trying to get through the crowd. I went to decide which restaurant or buffet to go to, the one with my co-workers or the one with my former classmates. I walked through the one with my former classmates first to check it out, and I briefly talked with some of them before going to the other one. Inside the other restaurant that was possibly a buffet, I saw my female co-worker CE. She was wearing a face mask, and she stopped waiting for me to walk by like she was keeping her distance. I greeted her as I walked by, wondering about her reaction. Then I realized that I was not wearing my cloth face mask all this time, and that the COVID-19 pandemic was still going on. And then I realized that I had talked with various people and been stuck in a crowded room earlier with no one wearing face masks. I wondered, how did I forget and not realize this earlier? I wear my mask most of the time. I then started to worry a bit. If I was going to get COVID-19, this would be the time, after being exposed to that many people in close contact. But I woke up as I thought about this, and as I wondered where was my cloth face mask. The end. John Jr. Share this.